Alright guys, so normally I do a lot of like dark and serious fanfiction ideas, but every so often I feel like, you know what, I want to do something fun. I want to do like a fun fanfiction idea. Is that so wrong? I just want to do like a fun fanfiction idea and just really have like, just oodles and oodles of fun for a story. Because that's what stories are at the end of the day. They're oodles and oodles of fun. And today, we're going to be doing a really fun one of, what if instead of, like, a crossover between all the Disney... I always use the usual suspects of the usual Disney characters, TV-era characters, but instead of, like, doing, like, a big, colossal crossover that's, like, multiversal and, you know, people are evil, or it's an alternate universe, or something like that, this story is basically a fun... What if it was a variety show? Yeah, what if it was a variety show in the vein of, like, The Muppet Show? So, yeah. I thought it'd be kind of fun to, do that for once. So, yeah. So this story is basically, like, as fun as they come. More or less, what has gone on is that for a tax write-off, for a big charity tax write-off, Scrooge McDuck, and for wondering what Mcduck we're using, it's the 2017, you know, David Tennant McDuck. And basically what's going on is that Scrooge McDuck is holding a televised, like, variety show as a charity event for, like... And in his case, he's like, oh, I hate Halloween, but I love tax write-offs. So he wants to do, like, a big variety show, but all of the acts have canceled. And to which Huey, Dewey, and Lou are like, we can be comedy acts. He's like, oh no, you can be destructive comedy acts. So he thinks the show's ruined because of all the guests and you know, the shows are canceled. That's when Gyro Gearloose gets the brilliant idea of, like, why not pull in some extra help from the multiverse? And to which Scrooge's like, that's a dumb idea. You don't have to pay them. Get them! So yeah, more or less, like, a bunch of characters are pulled from the multiverse, and the first thought is, like, we're stuck in a world of duck people. Didn't think my day would be weirder, but, this has been a full of surprises. And essentially, Scrooge pulls them all together, and he's like, you've all been brought together for a major task, and to which Randy Cunningham goes, what, is the multiverse in danger, or is our world blowing up? He's like, no, I need your help making a variety show. To which everyone's like, fuck, I'm down. So yeah, all the characters get together and basically like, let's do a variety show. And yeah, on Halloween night, the Scrooge McDuck Spooky Hour. Scrooge McDuck's Spooky Hour is for all to see. So you may be wondering, what shows are done? Like, what kind of shows each of the characters do? Well, a lot of the characters do different ones. One of the big ones is the characters from Wander Over Yonder do a cover of The Time Warp from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And yeah, so Wander and Sylvia and all the favorite characters do Let's Do the Time Warp. Because of course they would! Are you telling me, like, Craig McCracken didn't watch Rocky Horror Picture Show at any point? I'm surprised he didn't do No, he actually did do a reference to Rocky Horror in one of his shows. I can't remember which one, but I know he did it. So yeah, Craig McCracken... So yeah, it makes so much perfect sense to have the Wander Over Yonder characters do Let's Do the Time Warp. And just like it would cut, like the fun part where it cuts over to Ford, who's doing the narrator. He's like, it's just a jump to the left. And then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips. You know, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So that was the first show. But actually, that's one of the shows. But the first show everyone does, like, as a big intro, is all the characters come together to do This Is Halloween. From, of course, Nightmare Before Christmas. And Scrooge is like our Kermit the Frog. Scrooge McDuck is our, like, Kermit the Frog, who's, like, trying to keep everyone together and keep all the shows going. And as an added bonus, this wouldn't be a parody of the Muppets without a Stantler and Waldorf And basically, the two that are Stantler and Waldorf are Stan and Ida. Stan and Ida are our Stantler and Waldorf, who are sitting up in the balcony because they wanted nothing to do with this. They stand up in the balcony together and are like, they just heckle everyone down below. So, yeah. And that's when the Mo is like, hey, wait a minute. Have we been part of the show the whole time? If it is, we're the best part. No! So, there you go. So, Stan and Ina wanted nothing to do with this, but end up being part of the show regardless. What else was there? You had, basically there was in one of the shows I had in mind was that Amity and Luz and a few other characters do a cover of Thriller. They basically do a parody of Thriller with Luz in the Michael Jackson red suit in there. So yeah, I thought that'd be kind of fun to do that and just have a lot of fun with just Luz's Michael Jackson, and because of course she would wear something like that, and Amity as the girlfriend. That would just be a lot of fun. And don't tell me Luz wouldn't be a Michael Jackson fan. She would be totally a Michael Jackson fan. The following one is a cover of the song from Headless Horseman with actually it's a whole retelling of the story of Sleepy Hollow, but instead you have the characters from Amphibia doing a version of the Headless Horseman, where Hop Pop is the narrator, he's the storyteller, Anne is Ichabod, Sasha is Brahm, and Marcy is Katrina. So they all play the roles in there. The Headless Horseman is actually like puppeteered in the show by Sprig and Polly. At the end of the show, when the end of the segment where like the pumpkin flies out and hits some, Anne comes backstage with like with just a bandage over her face and just being like, Polly, seriously. My face, right in the face. You were supposed to throw over me. Sorry, I got over. I went method acting. Anyway, so the next one is what was it? In the next one, it's Ford doing a retelling of The Raven. In his version, it's just like The Raven, but King is plays the Raven. Following that, we have a cover of, what was it? A cover of Pet Sematary, but with the characters from Big City Greens. Yeah. I never get to use the Big City Greens, and I thought this would be perfect to have them in here as characters. I thought that was so perfect to have them in here, because I was like, yeah, and to do a song, like do a cover, or like do a fun music video version of the Pet Sematary song from by the Ramones. Yeah. Although I do find it funny that I'm bringing this up with the same day Funeral Derangements by Ice Nine Kills dropped today. That song was sick. Just FYI. Following that, Gravity Fall, Dipper and Mabel come out with what was it? Oh, right. They do a version. Dipper, Mabel, and a lot of the Gravity Falls characters do a version of What's This? Because like they make the joke of, well, Halloween's just around the corner. You know, with Halloween here, Christmas is just around the corner. What about Thanksgiving? What about Thanksgiving? So they do a version of What's This? But here's the thing. The whole time when they're doing Nightmare Before Christmas songs, Gyro actually went to Halloween Town and pulled some of the characters out to do songs from there as like a compilation, and everyone's freaking out because we have actual monsters running around. Following that, we have Dipper doing a solo cover of "Welcome to My Nightmare" by Alice Cooper, where in that one, like, some of the monsters from Nightmare Before Christmas are like helping along with the song. Oh, what else was there? There was another comedy bit of doing a retelling of they do a comedy bit of the Haunted Mansion as a story. Like, they make a parody of the Haunted Mansion with some of the characters from both Amphibia and Big City Greens together. As for others, you have like another retelling by they actually do. I actually wanted to have a segment where it's a retelling of a H.P. Lovecraft story. Which one was it? It wasn't The Color Out of Space. Dagon. Yeah, it was a retelling of Dagon. With the characters from Gravity Falls. But yeah, so Owl House also gets a few fun ones, like Lilith convinces her sister, along with Luz, to do I Put a Spell on You from Hocus Pocus. So the three of them get to have a lot of fun. Hootie even gets one of the Monster Mash, because Hootie singing the Monster Mash is something we all need in our lives. Anyway, so there you go. That's just, like I said, a fun little a fun little spooktacular story, because sometimes Halloween can just be fun. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this story? Like it, hate it, and what characters would you have, Disney characters would you have doing bits in here? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, if you haven't already, hit the link below to my Patreon to get some exclusive videos. And other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.